This is an article about Tilda Swinton and her stance on COVID-19 protocol, masks in particular. So this is an article from foxnews.com. Tilda Swinton is done with COVID mandates. I'm not wearing a mask. At the 2023 South by Southwest Festival, Swinton clarified she would not be following a COVID mask protocol implemented on the set of her next project. British actress Tilda Swinton is adamant she will not wear a mask on the set of her new project, despite being asked to do so. I'm actually just about to start shooting a picture in Ireland, and I was told, full disclosure, and I'm sure this is being recorded, people in Ireland might hear it, to wear a mask at all times, she revealed, while giving the keynote address at the 2023 South by Southwest Festival. And I'm not wearing a mask because I'm super healthy, and I've had COVID so many times, and I'm so full of antibodies, and I have faith, she revealed of her decision. God bless her. Keep the faith, honey. But it's very nice to see your faces unmasked, the 62-year-old told the Texas audience. Swinton, who previously spoke of her affinity for cinema 9 years ago at the festival, revealed that the pandemic had only amplified the film industry. In many ways, I feel more than ever that cinema is ever more magic and carpet-like, she said, referencing remarks years prior that cinema is magic carpet-like. I mean, there's room there for a horrific LGBTQ joke, but I will refrain in honor of the higher calling of this article. You got to stand up for your rights. We've had different, not battles, but challenges. Let's say that euphemism for battle. We've had different challenges in the last few years, particularly, and some of them are lingering around people's belief in sitting in big spaces, she said, of the pandemic's impact on the industry. Look at you. I bet none of you are wearing masks as well. I mean, who knew that was going to be possible? She asked. I mean, in Texas, did people wear masks? I have to ask. She provokingly told the audience. She was met with a room full of laughs. Nothing is funnier than the truth, you know, as they say. I don't know, she added. It's a wide world and people do things differently all over the place. A couple years ago, we couldn't imagine sitting in a room like this, could we? And we did wonder. I did. I wondered how long it would be before the time we would be able to. And I did. I did have a concern that those who thought that sitting in a big place to look at a big screen was a bit obsolete would kind of gain traction. And that would just tip it over the edge and people would just forget the power of the magic carpet. She said of the cinema withering away amidst the pandemic. But then the magical thing happened. You know, you asked anybody what they really missed during the pandemic, and they said the same things. They said friends, family, live music, cinema. Those were the only things people missed, and a bit of travel as well, she pontificated. And then I thought, this is one good thing about the pandemic. It's making people, you know, naysay the people who said cinema was on the way out. It's given it a bit of a boost. Swinton is promoting her new film, Problemista, at the festival. So that's an article from foxnews.com. Tilda Swinton, a brave actress, standing up for her her belief, standing up for her own personal health choices, and, you know, being a leader, using her social platform to inspire others to do the same. I applaud you, Tilda Swinton. And I'm definitely going to be showing some more interest in her work. She won Best Supporting Actress for the film Michael Clayton, starring George Clooney. She won Best Supporting Actress. So I definitely have to check that out. I've been meaning to see it. And, this has kind of sparked some of my interest in her work. So I'm excited to see that. And, this is actually saying something. Now, as you may or may not know, here at Johnathan, Ramcharan, the podcast, I'm a bit of a low-life degenerate, foul-mouthed comedian. So it's right up my alley to be insulting, just like a deadbeat kind of well, I wouldn't call myself a troll, but I mean, in this pussified day and age of fucking woke, fucking wet blanket, bedwetting bitches and bureaucracy, you can't say a damn thing without somebody fucking getting titty twisted and, screaming bloody murder because you want to make a fucking lousy gag. It's hard out here for a pimp, you know what I mean? So, while I definitely don't like to shy away from, what's on my comedic mind, sometimes I do have to make exceptions, because this Tilda Swinton, I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a pretty lady, and, she's definitely some people's type. I think she's, slim, slender, pretty in the face, bit androgynous, kind of like a David Bowie looking type, you know what I mean? If you go for that type of thing. Ground control to Major Tom. 6, 5, 7. Commencing countdown, engines on. 2, 5, 4. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. 5, 9, 7. Take ignition and may God's love be with you. Ground control to Major Tom. I'm not wearing my mask, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. If you go for that Ziggy Stardust and the fucking spider monkeys from Mars fucking look, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck, like, she might be your type, and, she's slim, slender, pretty in the face. I mean, don't get me wrong, And, it's really hard on me to not have to, chop into it a bit and make some, foul-mouthed jokes and, oh, look how she looks or whatever. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly everyone's catch, kind of a comical, bug-eyed looking motherfucker, bell pepper nose, as Cat Williams would say, Got that greasy black bell pepper nose, got the big old round nose, big old bulging eyes, and, some chicks, wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. Other bitches are obsessed with me. Johnathan, I love you. Oh my God, Johnathan. I'm the kind of guy that a bitch get obsessed over. You know what I mean? So, it's just the luck of the draw. Some people are into your look, some people aren't. That's just the way it is with attractiveness. So this Tilda Swinton, I mean, on one hand, slim, slender, pretty in the face, fine features. On the other hand, she's like an androgynistic, alien, David Bowie, like Legolas type looking bitch. Like, she looks like that motherfucker from the Lord of the Rings. Where am I, in that fucking elf kingdom or whatever the fuck? Like, you'd be looking at her like, elves don't wear masks anyways, whatever. What are you going to throw your little pixie dust in the air and like, or whatever the fuck? Legolas? I was like, that bitch, Orlando Bloom looking type, you know what I mean? So I really had to like take it back a notch, because I'm like, okay, well, as much as I would like to make fun of this woman, goofy hairstyles, if you ever seen a picture of her, like, she really goes out there. Like, as much as I wanted to make fun of her, I'm like, well, I have to respect the stance. You gotta respect a person in this time, in this day and age, who stands up for, personal autonomy, democracy, which protects us all. You never know when the long arm of the law, the machine, when that dictatorial hand is going to come crushing down on you over some view that you have. That's why we need to be democratic and respectful of others. I mean, it's a no-brainer, really. No matter how Ziggy Stardust looking and fucked up and Lord of the Ring looking a motherfucker is, give her a break. She did win Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress for Michael Clayton, and I'm going to go see that movie. Well, I'm not going to go see it. It's not in theaters anymore, but I'm going to buy it or, buy it or stream it on Netflix or wherever. Actually, it's not on Netflix. I already looked. I have to buy it. That's how much her stance has touched me. It's inspired me to go buy a film that she won Best Supporting Actress in. God bless you, Tilda Swinton. But I mean, on one hand too, I feel a little afraid for her. Because I mean, she's a real, it's like I said, different strokes for different folks. Don't go bedwetting. I mean, on one hand, here I am, black guy, bell pepper nose, bug-eyed looking motherfucker, dark as midnight. She's like this fucking pale-faced, fucking androgynous looking alien being. It's like, on one hand, I'm proud of her for taking that stance, but on the other hand, I'm like, no, Tilda, don't do it. Tilda, no, don't. Don't take the mask off because, she's pale as fuck. Does she have, a vitamin D deficiency? You say you're malnutrition and need a vitamin D and invited me to that tingles in your spine. Does that bitch got a fucking vitamin D deficiency? Like the sun molecule? Isn't vitamin D from the sun? It's like, when was the last time a ray of sun crossed that forehead of hers? You know what I mean? It's like, Tilda, no, don't do it. Tilda, no, keep the mask on. No, bitch, you are sun depraved. Don't do it. No. She's pale as fuck. You know what I mean? So, and I'm trying to extend that olive branch because she seems like a actress, sensitive, loving type. And, should she catch wind of this, oh my God. Well, okay, so you're a skinny, androgynous, Ziggy Stardust looking type motherfucker. And I'm a dark-skinned Scooby-Doo looking fuck. Bug-eyed fucking bell pepper. No, everyone looks different strokes for different folks. Some bitches can't stand me. Some bitches are obsessed with me. Same thing with Tilda, some dudes are into that rail thin, fucking gaunt, pale as fucking a platypus. Platypuses aren't quite pale. Pale as a fucking penguin. Pale as a polar bear, bitches pale as a polar bear type look, you know what I mean? Some dudes are into that skinny, androgynous, Ziggy Stardust looking, Legolas from fucking Lord of the Rings type look. Some dudes are into that, Some dudes aren't, you know what I mean? Same thing with me. Okay, some bitches are into fucking low-life, degenerate comics that look like fucking... somebody once told me I look like an Ewok. You know what I mean? From Star Wars. So, some bitches are into Ewok-looking motherfuckers that are hilarious. Some bitches aren't. You know what I mean? Let's not get all twisted in a pretzel about it. So, congratulations, Tilda. And I want to sing your praises. And in the future, I'm going to make fun of you even more. But today, I'm just going to let it slide because of your stance. God bless you. Keep on rocking in the free world. All right?